Hello, Catherine here. Welcome to my channel and my video. It is Sunday, so it is time for this week's Tiny Channel Analytics. Alright, so as you can see, I have 15 subscribers as of now, and I have 42 public videos. Now, this episode is a little bit weird because I'm actually missing approximately 1 day's worth of data, and this is how I know. I watch the data like a hawk, and in the past few days, the impressions rate of increase started to get faster. So you see that there's been a little bit of momentum with building it, because here it's kind of, up, down, da, da, da. And then it started to speed up a bit. And the last few times that the data has corrected itself or revised, it's revised upward. So then I have the 4th as the highest number of impressions per day by far. But then I have this huge drop, and then again it's increasing again. So between this drop, so it's maybe a quarter, and then it pretty much more than doubles. That doesn't seem mathematically probable, considering that it had been on a pretty steady increase and a more rapid doubling of the absolute values of things. And I had 729 views yesterday, and that was after another revision. So you can see, again, here's this huge drop. And unique viewers, so again, this is something I am not entirely sure on. One, it's not fully revised itself, but also because it tends to revise upward as well. It just seems improbable that after many days of almost predictable growth that it would just plummet like this. And then when I noticed that the views were missing, it kind of made sense. And when I look further into the analytics, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So again, 0.4 hours after it increased, so we had like a doubling basically here, and then falling almost to nothing, and then going at the highest yet. So what I think, again, we have missing data. Missing data. Because even this is improbable. Because you see, it's been on the increase, and then when it rebounds from this loss in data, it's continuing the path of increase. So I'm just going to have to wait for this thing to revise itself. And again, I can see approximately 1 day missing. I've been watching this all day, and again, I've been very vigilant over the data and watching this for days, so I know that this is missing. And you can see today it's, actually collecting data. Okay, so let's look a bit more into the analytics here. So going in by the way, I write down the major metrics every day so I can also compare very quickly. Alright, so on the 31st, the impressions were 3.1, so it has more than doubled in 1 week. 2 weeks ago, it would have been, I think it had doubled I think it had grown 50% from the week before, and then now it's doubled. The CTR, the click-through rate at that time, on the 31st, was 5.3. As you see, it's higher now, it's 6.7. The views 1 week ago were 350, and again, I'm going to estimate that it is probably around 100 views more than this, maybe higher. The problem is, with this missing data, I don't know how much I can rely on the data afterwards as well, because this data has pretty much been revised and moved on, but here I am just not sure. Well, even if it were this, that means that it has basically doubled. And this one is showing 126, but again, I don't know what this will be revised to. Like I said, it normally revises up, but if this were correct, then this is less than a doubling, but it's double-digit growth. Subscribers 1 week ago was 10, it is now 15. That's a 50% increase. The watch time 1 week ago was 32.7 hours. Now, yesterday I recorded 100.9. I'll just go through what I recorded yesterday. So impressions yesterday were 6.6. Now, the funnel is a lagging indicator. So if this is 6.8, if that's correct, which I'm not sure if it is, and then this one is lagging, this might be somewhat close to being correct. The click-through rate yesterday was 7. The views were 729. Unique viewers was 126. So this might be a revision from the day before. Subscribers were 14. Watch time 100.9. There is, if this is approximately 1 day of missing data, then this should be closer to 100 and 120 or so. Also, yesterday, this reached 220 at the highest point, and when I woke up this morning, it was 110. So again, missing approximately 100 views or approximately 1 day of data. Okay, the average duration yesterday, 1 week ago, was 5 minutes 36 seconds, and the average now is 8:09, which is awesome. Alright, let's look at the funnel. Last week, 2.9K was here, so it has more than doubled if we were to go by this as being accurate. The click-through rate was 5.1%. This is now 6.3. The views were 149 a week ago. They are 394, so more than doubled. Average duration was 428, and it is now 718. I am making longer videos that are getting more views. Total watch time from the funnel, from impressions, I have 1109 from a week ago, and now it is 47.98, more than quadruple. One thing that has grown steadily is YouTube recommending my content. 1 week ago it was 31.4, and I identified that as an opportunity for me to expand the reach, which I've done. So from 31.5% to 46.8 is awesome. 36% on the watch page recommended and 10.8% on the home page. And I believe the home page is included in browse features. And I know from looking at the analytics yesterday that between browse and suggested, that's where the bulk of my views are now. It was channel pages. So if I go to traffic sources, channel pages 1 week ago was 40.6%, although yesterday suggested was 37%. So again, missing a day of data. 40.6% for channel pages. Here it is now 27. Browse features 1 week ago was about 21.1. Browse features is 19% here. YouTube search, 13.1% a week ago. It is now 9.3. So I don't rank that highly in search. Ranking high in search when you're very small is actually really hard to do. But I optimized my YouTube search strategy in the beginning, and I was able to kind of get a little bit of traction by doing that. External 1 week ago was 11.4. It is now 4.6. So external is mostly through Facebook, and then also now with Instagram, now that I've started kind of advertising my channel and having links. It has never been a huge driver of sources, only in the beginning, like I mean the very beginning, because some people would do it to be polite or just out of curiosity. But the thing is, my Facebook page is a personal page, so that's not like there's a whole lot of interest in my niche. So people may click on it and see me, but click off fairly soon. So my strategy for external is minimal. One, because it just doesn't drive a whole lot of views, and two, it doesn't increase the average duration. But I noticed that with Instagram, where I have plenty of language stuff and more followers, and I'm following people in the foreign language communities, then the average duration is longer. So it would be smarter to focus on Instagram. Suggested 1 week ago was 7.4%. And here you see it is now the top, 34.9%. And again, yesterday it was 37%. So that's very interesting. So if we go here, we're going to see more evidence of the missing data. So I know yesterday the suggested views was about 273. So there's evidence that this could have been entering exponential growth. So I had 80 views from suggested on the 4th. I only had, 100 or so views on the 4th. It was like 115 or something like that. 109, 115. Yeah, this is weird. That's obviously a glitch. The impressions out of 6,800 suggested is about 2,500 with 8.2% click-through rate and a long average duration of 1144, and that's 49 hours of watch time. Now channel pages, which was my greatest driver in the beginning, so if we go by all, add browse virtually nothing. Again, it's very hard to rank for search. Now my YouTube channel started the 29th as the first video, and this right here is the 10th. So total views, 14 views. Search and channel pages. Browse features, nothing. It's 15 views, 9 through the channel pages. So external would have accounted for some of that. You can see here. Okay, and then we'll start to see more in search and more in browse. When I finally started getting more than 20 views a day, channel pages was still the largest driver, and the others just kind of helped. And then browse started to pick up. And I believe most of that is in home, and I'll click on browse features so we can see that. I thought that the home page was in the suggested. So now we start to see suggested pick up. It goes from 2 to 5. Channel pages 12, browse features 7. Okay? Now we have channel pages still the bulk, 15, search 5, browse features 2, suggested 3, external 0. At this point, external is a minimal part of my strategy. Okay, browse features picking up. Now search and suggested, they're all kind of really starting to pitch in here. And then suggested starts taking off. So about a third of the views were through suggested by the 31st. The 31st, it was 31.4% where YouTube recommended me. So a lot of that's going to be on homepage and suggested. Then the 1st, one day later, 47 views. That is, almost another 20 views on top of the day before. And I went from 11 suggested videos to 19 views from suggested videos. And browse features is picking up as well. So out of 47, I have 15 and 19 from browse and suggested. Okay? Again, on the 2nd, 68 views. So it's basically more than more than a doubling from the day before in views. Browse features 22, channel pages is still kind of holding its own at this point. On the 3rd, 53 views, 9 browse, 9 channel, 3 search, 27 suggested, 2 external. Now we go to 109, so this is another doubling of views one day. Browse 9, channel pages 12, search 5. See, search is not what I'm gonna rank in. It's just not. Suggested is 80. So 27 to 80. I don't have a lot of data here. What I do have is from browse and search in 1 suggested video. 0 channel pages, 0 external. That is just not right. Because then I have this explosion again. 103, 10 browse, 13 channel, 4 search, 75 suggested. And I haven't shared anything on Facebook or Instagram in the past couple days, so external has been basically a flat line. Again, just missing. Okay, if we go to suggested and look a little bit more into that, and this is by videos, so these are the top suggested videos. And there's a bunch of zeros for yesterday, or 2 days ago, sorry, the 5th. So this is yesterday. Yeah. I just kind of have to wait for this thing to revise itself. This has search at 9.3%, so that's not bad. But again, it's just not the main driver. So if almost half of my impressions are due to YouTube recommending the content, that means that I have the potential to reach far more people than I would through search, external, and maybe channel pages combined. I think that would be the key. And I look through the analytics of each video, and I know that the views are not up to date because last night I was able to see. So if something seems kind of fishy, like mathematically improbable, it probably is. It's a shame I don't have that data. That's kind of frustrating. But you know, the thing is, you have to be really patient, but you also need to be somewhat reactive. See what's going on. You can try a different tactic if you're trying to grow, and see what happens. You know, do a little bit of keyword research, do a little recon into what is popular, maybe certain people that are popular, certain things going on in the news. I've started to do reaction videos that are more popular than some of my polyglot tips. Although in search, polyglot is still the largest driver, so I can't ignore that. So I kind of tie the polyglot with the reaction video. And, you know, some people are telling me that they're finding this on recommended. So that's great. I've been very consistent with what I post, and I have posted longer videos, because in the beginning, most of the videos were between 5 to 15 minutes. And I still do that, but I have some as long as 30 minutes. Alright, thank you for tuning in. If you found this of value, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. All those things are engagement with the channel, with me in the video. It's not only supports the channel, but it does make a difference. It really does in the analytics as well. So I'll see you later.